Welcome, beloveds. Welcome to the first moment of the best of your life. I am Astarius Miraculii, and today I bring a message, the first episode of Full Moon Chronicles. Today we have a full moon in the sign of Taurus. And there's some very significant connections that is made with this full moon. I see a lot of you beloveds tuning in. Blessings, Lisa, Daniel, and all my beloveds. If I don't call your name, know that I'm loving you. Monica. Full Moon Chronicles. Today is about recognizing the way in which we can take advantage of this very high frequency of energy that is coming through this full moon. I want to offer an invocation affirmation before we get into the full discourse of what this frequency is meaning. This is an affirmation, an invocation on your behalf, on my behalf, and on behalf of the universe, because I absolutely have the universe's back so that the universe might have my back. And may you have the universe's back so that the universe will have your back on all of our behalf. Let there be God, capstone of my soul. Unfailing spirit, fulfill my goals. Let there be power in the word of my mouth. I conquer with faith, dissolve fear and doubt. Let there be wisdom as the fuel of my knowledge. Let it be ablaze within my heart. I must be consistent in the game of life, that wisdom may finish what knowledge did start. Let there be love in the work of my hand, my life as a blessing unto God and man and woman. Let there be peace as the wings of my mind. O sun of serenity, around me shine. Let there be joy of truth bubbling in my soul. Oh, dissolver of sadness, come make me whole. Let there be abundance raining down upon me. My life be enriched with prosperity. And there is the fulfillment of let there be, for life will always give me but as far as I can see. Let there be, let there be, let there be. And there is, and there was, and there ever shall be. And so, beloved, we have this full moon frequency today, this full moon in Taurus at 1 degree of Taurus, while the planet Uranus is in Taurus at 0 degrees. So this is a very close conjunction with the moon and Uranus. And so the planet Uranus, or sometimes I say Uranus, is the frequency of change, of inspiration, of intuition, of breaking through. It can be chaos. Sometimes it's detachment, experimentation, rebelliousness, creativity. These are some of the pieces that may very well come up as we're dealing with the resonance of this full moon. The planet Uranus is also the frequency of the oneness of the wholeness. It is the planet that represents humanity. Humanity constitutes everyone. So with the moon being conjunct to Uranus while yet being full, it is a powerful opportunity to tap into the interconnectedness with the oneness of the wholeness, the interconnectedness to every being, everywhere, and every when, and in the recognition that every being, everywhere, and every when is your own self, my own self by extension. Just as we go to the movies and we experience an amazing movie and we experience that movie on the screen, and yet the movie is not really on the screen, but rather it is in the projector. But we experience the movie on the screen, just like I am on the screen of your life, playing a role in the movie of your life. And yet the deeper reality of who I am exists as a cellular counterpart in the soul projector of you. Just like you exist as a cellular counterpart in the soul projector of me. As I share this information with you, I'm sharing information with my own self by extension through you. We are the universe keeping sacred company with itself. And that's one of the amazing powers associated with the planet Uranus, that it represents every being. See, it's the planet of humanity. Humanity constitutes everyone. But then we can let it even extend beyond the earth and constitute everyone in the whole of the universe. So this full moon is a powerful access code to the resonance of the universe. The resonance of ascended masters and angels. As we say, ascended clan, I'm calling you to guide me on my way back home. I deeply yearn to now return and claim my ascension throne. The fifth dimension and beyond, inheritance above the sky. To heaven's call I now respond, in higher realms forever fly. Ascended clan, I ask for this not only for myself. Let every being upon this earth partake of heaven's wealth. Even unto earth herself she also would return, to end the madness of this flesh. A fire within us burns. Please help us to remember that we all are innocent, and by mercy and compassion unto heaven earth is sent. Resurrection of ascension and God is found in man, and we all are family members of the great ascended clan. The love of God within my heart has healed and set me free. A love that is because I am, therefore I love me. Among the great ascended clan I am eternally. A really powerful line in that piece, and that's a selection from my book, Miraculii, Song of Ascension. I call that one the Great Ascended Clan. But the line that says, please help us to remember that we all are innocent, and by mercy and compassion unto heaven earth is sent. The innocence of our being is rooted within the resonance of our inner child. When the moon is full, the sun and the moon are in an oppositional alignment with each other. So the moon is full in the sign of Taurus, while the sun is in the sign of Scorpio, 180 degrees to the other side. The sun is the frequency of the inner child. The sun is the frequency of godhood. The sun is the frequency of innocence. To be innocent is to be sent from within. Inner sent. When we are at resonance with the innermost core of our being, we are totally in alignment with innocence. And it is only through our innocence that we can make our ascension and realign with the absoluteness of being in the ascended realms of heaven. So we have that opportunity. The veils are very thin while the moon is full in Taurus, while being conjunct to the planet Uranus, while being in opposition to the planet Venus and the sun. As the sun is the opposite pole of the full moon, it is very closely conjunct Venus as well. Venus is the planet of refinement. So it's a question of what are the ways in which we need to refine things in our life? Where do we need refinement regarding our emotional being? Moon is always emotionality because we deeply feel things when the moon is full. Are you afraid of your feeling nature? Feelings are rooted within being. With the moon being full in Taurus, it's very important that we engage in practical application of our feeling nature. Taurus is practicality. It has to do with form. How do we bring our feelings into a resonant expression of form? How do we utilize our feelings as a means to manifest the things that we want in the realm of form? We can powerfully manifest within this next 30 days, which carries a strong frequency of this full moon. Venus, which is in Taurus, which is in Scorpio, opposite the full moon, is also a representation of art and music. So maybe our refinement lies in being more expressive of our artistic nature. Or maybe there's a musical ability and it's time to give more energy and attention to the musical aspect of who we are. With Uranus being in the mix, maybe it's important to understand that the music that we create has an all-encompassing impact on the all that is. No matter what we share, even if that which we share with one individual, by extension, we are sharing through them with the whole of the universe. This was a powerful realization of mine when people would say, man, you got so much, but you should be touching the masses. And then I came to understand that no matter how many people I touch in actuality that are in earshot of my message, that telepathically speaking, every being who is at resonance with this message receives it, whether they are in this dimension of being or in another dimension of being. When there is synergy at the level of consciousness, then the telepathic battery cables are united, and there is a soul jumpstart that jumpstarts an activation of that particular reality of awareness within that being. So know that your reach is much further than you think. The whole of the universe could be impacted by that which you're thinking, that which you're feeling. Are you afraid of your feelings? It's really important that you rise above that. Feelings are rooted within being. The things I know by what I think are partly good and they partly stink. Not a bad start, but partly sealed. Truth of the head is half revealed. What was the bid when I was a little kid? If I want to be smart, then learn it by heart. What a dread when I learned it by head, for in all my learning, I woke up dead. How can my truth be alive and real, unless it's truth that I can feel? Down the highway of ignorance and strife, mere thinking was at the wheel of my life. Intellect was wheeling and dealing, but now I'm chauffeured by my feeling. I don't mind showing what's inside. We are all one. Why should I hide? When I do, from me I steal, for I can't heal what I won't reveal, and I can't heal what I'm unwilling to feel. So life, mother of all good things, thanks for the wisdom feeling brings. In feeling there is nothing new except that which my soul always knew. From stinking thinking to revealing feeling, let's all open up and have a healing. So this is one of the profound messages that the full moon always brings to us. How do we deepen our relationship with our feeling nature? Feelings are rooted within being. Therefore, feelings are our access code to God, Goddess Absolute. We experience source through our feeling nature. Not the mind. You can use the mind to articulate about what the experience was, but the experience goes down at a feeling level. So it is time for us to befriend our feelings. Moon, feelings, conjunct Uranus, humanity. It's time to be responsible for the way in which our feelings have the capacity to impact the all that is. What you feel and what you think are not isolated experiences. You are impacting the whole of the universe when you think and when you feel. The expansion of the universe is at the mercy of you being all that you can be in the full authenticity of your selfhood. So it is with me. So how is it that we are impacting the all that is? How is it that we are impacting the universe? You know, this is an opportunity to effect change, Uranus, through the flow of emotions, full moon. What capacity of impact do your feelings have? Are you lining up with negative feelings? One of the blessings of compassion that Source has given us is that any negative situation is always the periphery. The circumference can't be the center. Light and love owns the center of everything. Creator owns the center of everything. So we can pierce to the center of any darkness, any pain, any negativity, and all we'll find is light. This is an opportunity to find the light. Uranus is also a planet that represents higher consciousness. It represents non-conforming. So it becomes a question, are you conforming to the expectations of others? Or are you conforming to flow with that which you truly want for yourself? Are you standing in the resonance of the truth that says, I'm going to be me, the whole me, and nothing but me in spite of what's expected of me? That's what you're meant to do. That's the authenticity of selfhood, to be the full resonance of your own self, no matter what other people are expecting of you. Let them have their expectations. And if they're indifferent to where you're at, then say to them, do your life and grow and get clear. I'm loving you from over here. Always keep your heart open. Always be full of love. The sun being in oppositional alignment with this full moon. Sun is the God force. God, Goddess Absolute. It's source. Sun is inner child. Sun is authority. Opportunity to bring forth your authoritativeness. Sun is confidence. Opportunity to believe more in yourself, to have more faith in you. Sun is creative expression. Opportunity to be more creative and allowing your emotionality to facilitate your creative flow. The lifespan of a thought is determined by the amount of emotional energy that that thought is released with. When a thought is sent forth with a tremendous amount of emotional energy, then that thought has a longer lifespan, a bigger auric field, and therefore a greater magnetism to attract other thoughts of a like nature, creating a thought tribe. Until such time that the vibration becomes so accelerated that that thought then morphs into form and becomes a crystallized manifestation of whatever it was that you wanted in the intention that you sent that thought forth with. But for your thoughts to have power, they must be backed by great emotions. Do your emotions have the back of your thoughts? Emotion must have thoughts back, as thought must have emotions back, because they are two facets of one great thing. You know, the thought frequency is a very strong male expression. You know, the emotionality, a female expression. The thought can say, just as God created the universe and said, let there be. That's male frequency. But it is only the power of the Mother God or the feminine aspect that can say, and there was. Just as a man releases his seed into a woman and says, let there be a baby. And after the cycle of 9 months, when the water breaks, mama says, and there was a baby. That's man moving upon the face of the waters. Face of the waters being the body of the mother, the body of woman. But that can also be the body of our emotionality. We must learn how to move upon the face of the waters, the face of our emotional being, to let our mind and consciousness say, let there be, so that then our emotionality will say, and there was. See, the emotions are like the motor within the car. The feminine aspect of the car is the motor that carries it forward. The masculine aspect of the car is the transmission. You put it in drive and move forward, or in reverse and move backward. You see, so when you put it in gear, that's the let there be. But the motor says, and there was. The motor is the mother by which things are carried forth. The power is in the emotionality. Befriend your emotions. Again, Venus, refinement, art, music, harmony. One of the shadows of Venus is the unsacred yes. When you say yes to something that you don't say with fullness of heart. So this full moon is an opportunity to examine whether or not you are in alignment with saying the sacred no when appropriate, or whether you're saying the unsacred yes to accommodate the expectations of others. The unsacred yes is a shadow expression. And usually there's a seething resentment that follows the unsacred yes. When you say yes to something without fullness of heart, then the ego aspect of being can go very deeply into a place of great resentment. So better to say the sacred no than the unsacred yes. And it's a good thing sometimes when somebody asks you for something, tell them, I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to meditate on it and I'll get back with you. You step away from them and make your decision away from them, because some of us are very empathic. And sometimes when you make your decision while yet being in their company, you are so overshadowed by their energy, confusing their energy to be your own, then you feel like you automatically have to comply with what they're asking you for. And then down the road, you look back and say, oh my God, why on earth did I say yes to that? So sometimes give yourself that little space when they ask you for a certain something. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to meditate on it, and I will get back to you. It's a very powerful thing to do. Planet Uranus, change, inspiration, intuition, breakthroughs. Can be chaos, can be detachment. You may have an opportunity to look at what are the ways in which you have been detached, and what are the ways in which you have been emotionally unavailable. If you are unavailable to an individual, then you're also unavailable to the whole universe. So you want to allow yourself the knowingness that whenever you have a rendezvous with an individual or an interchange with an individual, in truth, you're having a rendezvous with God. You're having this amazing connection to Source, because Source is the central core of everyone's being. When you're dancing with an individual, you're dancing with the Creator. You're dancing with Source. And so, beloved, in this moment, let's align our energies together, realizing that we come together to reveal one another to each other. In any relationship, there is the you, and then there is the me. And then there's the third entity, there is the us. See, every relationship is in reality a trinity. You, me, and us. See, and the us is the elder in all relationships. And when we learn that, we'll have nothing but harmony within our relationships. Because us is wiser than you, and us is wiser than me. Because us is the combination of us both. Bring that equation to all of your relationships. See, us is not trying to get over on you, and us is not trying to get over on me, because us has your back and us has my back. Remember the trinity of relationship. It's not just the two, it's actually three. And the third one, the us factor, is the most important factor in any relationship. And this full moon is telling us to pay attention to our relationships. Pay attention to the way in which you remember the old relationships that you've been through, even when they were painful. Don't give all of your attention to the pain of those relationships. Give more attention to the joyousness that took place. And then you become a magnet for attracting greater joy into your life through the new relationships. All old relationships are passport to the next relationships. They are either a passport to greater joy or a passport to greater pain, depending upon how you remember them. And remember, if you didn't have the need, they couldn't do the dirty deed. So over and above them hurting you, they were actually working for you, because you required the lessons that were facilitated through them being a part of your life. And if someone works for you, then hopefully you'll give them a salary. In this particular case, the salary of forgiveness would do just fine. When you forgive, you remember the painful past in a good way. And then your value appreciates, and your relationship equity appreciates. And then you're able to sell yourself into a higher resonance of relationship connection, because you have appreciated in value by remembering the painful old stuff in a good way. The past has passed away, and used to be's don't make no honey. So remember the painful past in a good way. Bless everything. Everything that you bless will bless you back. Everything that you curse will curse you back. Bless it all and take no slack. It is wise not to despise it. Use the dung to fertilize it. For life's greatest connoisseur gets the best crops from the best manure. Be wise like the soil. Soil never complained when that glorified waste was dumped onto it, but rather went into the wisdom of alchemy and yielded a richer crop, not only in spite of that waste, but also because of that waste. Yield a richer crop of your life experiences, not only in spite of the painful, wasteful experiences of your past, but also because of them. You get knocked down in life, and then what do? You get up stronger than you were before you went down. If you weren't knocked down every now and then, if we weren't knocked down every now and then, we wouldn't know how much get-up power we have. So life is beautiful. This is a time when we can align with each other. Take a moment and allow yourself to align with every exalted being that is, was, or ever will be. Every angel and every ascended master is your own self by extension. Allow yourself to feel that reality, the exalted ascended resonance of angels, of ascended masters. For you have a cell within you for every man, woman, and child, every angel and ascended master, every ocean, mountain, and stream, every mineral, plant, and animal, every elemental star and galaxy. For you are the master cell, the master soul, who is the microcosmic container of the macrocosmic all that is. Every time is now. Every space is here. Every one is you. Allow your spirit to begin to align with the multidimensionality of who you are in your exalted selfhood. Feel sacred pride in every wonderful thing that is ever done in life. Any being doing a wonderful thing in life, creating a wonderful thing in life, do so while being accompanied by a cellular counterpart that is the entire soul adventure of you. Allow yourself to feel sacred pride in every wonderful thing ever done. Beloved, did you know you co-walked on water with the Master Christ, co-raised the dead with the Master Christ, co-healed the sick with the Master Christ, co-received enlightenment under the Bodhi tree with the Buddha, co-parted the Red Sea with Moses? There is not a wonderful thing that has been done in the whole of the universe that was not done by virtue of your co-creation, because all being is one. We are the many-facetedness of the one great being. And that which is done by the drop is also done by the ocean. And that which is done by the ocean is also done by the drop. So now, beloved, you want to walk in the all-inclusiveness of who you are as your own version of the whole universe. You are the universe loving itself through the joining in this moment. You are the universe keeping sacred company with itself through the joining of this moment. You are the universe feeling safe with itself through the joining of this moment. You are the universe standing by itself in the face of any and everything through the joining of this moment. Bless the darkness. Make it right, reverse the tide, and free the light. There is no negative thing in all of existence that is more powerful than you, because you, beloved, are co-eternal with God. You unfold down the corridors of forever. There is no spot in the eternal reality where you are not, because you are a descendant of the Almighty, as am I. And it's time for us to own this. No more renting with option to buy. Own your divinity, own your love, own your power, own your wisdom, own your creative expression, own your abundant harvest. Own it all. It is yours. Let the powerful frequency of this full moon be a catalyst for you manifesting what it is that you want. All is well. I'm going to bring a little didgeridoo in. It's always good to bring some of that. So let me go ahead and do that as we move forward. Blistafari. Justafari. I am a Blistafarian and a Justafarian too, and so is that true of you, beloved. I appreciate you receiving this download. And when it comes to the bliss of life, you don't have to long for bliss because you belong to bliss and bliss belongs to you. Bliss is an eternal occurrence, an eternal happening, because bliss is co-eternal with God. So bliss is always there. The only thing that can be missing is focused attention upon bliss. Are you paying attention to your bliss? I'm paying attention to mine because I tell you what, bliss feels good. And I want that juice. I want that bliss. And that's why I say blistafari and justafari. And so, beloved, I love you. Walk in the light. Fly well. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself with the passion of heaven. I am Astarius Miraculii, and I would love to have the opportunity to do some personal work with you also. Do psychic astrology readings, sound healing transmissions with didgeridoo and vocal harmonics. And it would be an honor to work with you in a one-on-one way. I've been doing some amazing work with beloveds from all over, everywhere, across the water, different places here in the U.S. If you happen to be in the in Phoenix, Arizona area, coming through on your way to Sedona or whatever, then you can have a session in person if you like. My website is astarius.com, astarius.com. That's astarius.com. And you can reach me through the regular phone or WhatsApp, even if you're on the other side of the water and you don't want to pay for the phone call. Just call me through WhatsApp. That's +1 928 254 9535. That's +1 928 254 9535. And if you really want to experience some amazing multiplication of spirit, consciousness, love, wisdom, and power, then let's do some one-on-one work. Also, please check out my website and experience some of the offerings there. I'm up to 21 CDs now, and I got a couple of books. There are sound clips as well as excerpts from the books that you can partake of on my website. So go over there and partake of some of those things. I'm loving you with the passion of heaven, very much appreciating you. And also thank all of you who have been, submitting donations to me, because I also have a donation button on my website. And many of you have just had the presence of mind and heart to offer a donation. I love you so much and thank you for that. Very much appreciated. As a self-producing artist, that's very, very helpful. So if you are in appreciation for my offerings, then play in the field of win-win and go over to my website and offer some support. Aho, Ashe, Amen, Namaste, Hotepin Lakesha Lakin Shalom, Satnam Hariom, and Rastafari. Our sacred juices are cooked and infinitely expanding Justafari, Blistafari. We're going to always have many miles on our smile and wiggle in our giggle, tingling in our boots, laughter ever after a putt, in our strut, wings on our butt, because we're going to rise up. And so it is, and so it shall eternally be. This has been a Full Moon Chronicle, episode 1. Much love.